yes, so exciting. Welcome back. Good morning. October is here and everyone loves a good ghost story. You can actually get some of these ghost stories in a guided tour next weekend. It's presented by Historical Newburgh. It's the Newburgh Ghost Walks. We actually have Jon, which is one of the organizers, and Ron, who's actually one of the characters. So we're going to have a Jon, and he's going to stay in character, and he's going to give us a little snippet of what you can preview. But Jon, tell us a little bit about the Newburgh Walks. There's actually a couple of them, right?
Right. So there's two separate tours. There's the Water Street, which is, it goes down by the river and different events, Civil War era, settler era. And then we have the State Street tour, which is a little bit different. It goes right downtown Newburgh in the heart of it. And you have everything from the old State Bank story to just about every building there. You have a different story. It's a little bit more gruesome than the Water Street, but it's a great. Most of them do about two. They'll sign up and do about two of the tours actually, State and then Water. So it's a great event. I guess one thing to really point out: this is not a haunted house. It's 100% family friendly. So you have. The children really enjoy the ghost actors, and then some of the adults will really like the stories and the history aspect of it, because everything comes from historic documents or tales that have been passed on through Newburgh residents.
And that is one thing. I went last year and I had so much fun. You get the history, you get the character actors. Your actors are amazing in this too. They do a really good job, and it definitely is family friendly. I think I ran into a couple of the ghost kids too. They were like popping up. I was like, ooh, spooky kids. All right, now we've got Ron, and Ron is going to give us a little snippet. First off, Ron, that's your character name? That's your name?
No, I'm Fred Frank, actually.
Oh,
is my character.
My fault. Hello, Fred. All right. Tell us a little bit about your story, Fred.
Well, first let me say that some of the stories are actually based on happenings here in Newburgh. And my story, or the story of Fred Frank, is an incident that actually happened years ago. Quite gruesome in a way. Fred Frank, his family, owned a dry goods store right down on Water Street in Newburgh. And Fred worked at that dry goods store for a number of years, actually from the late 1800s all the way up to about 1950. His family owned that store. But this is a story of actually Fred Frank had several children, but he had three younger daughters. And one night, in the throes of typhoid fever, that one of the daughters was out dancing in the backyard around a well. Well, she fell in the well and drowned. Wow. So that's the story I tell, and it's been said often that the neighbors will occasionally, on a moonlit night, will see a ghost or a young lady dancing around that well in a white nightgown.
Spooky.
So if you're going through Newburgh some night, keep an eye out.
Yes, and that's one thing. After I went last year, and when I'm driving through Newburgh, I am on the lookout. I was like, oh, is the ghost guy up in the window? All right, so tell us, Jon, we've got a full screen graphic. You can see the dates are going to be next weekend, correct?
Right.
We've got, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so Friday the 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. Saturday, we start a little bit earlier, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then wrapping it up Sunday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Just another point out that the tickets in advance we actually have set up to do online this year. So they can either go to our website, historicnewburgh.org, or you can follow the link through our Facebook page.
Perfect. Well, Jon, Ron / Frank, thank you guys so much for coming on. We'll be back. We'll do this every Wednesday around this time on Fox. I'll actually have your local forecast that is coming up next.